I'm Noel, and welcome back to How to Cook a Thing. We've been on a bit of a lentil kick in our kitchen, and I promise we'll move on to something else very soon. But first, I wanted to share with you the recipe that really got me started with lentils, lentil soup. This hearty filling soup is great all the time, but especially if it's chilly or raining out. It's super simple too. So let's take a look at the ingredients, and as a reminder again, I'm making a half batch. So if you're feeding more than 2 people, I would double or triple the recipe depending on how many people you're going for. Let's start with our veggies. We've got around half an onion, chopped, 1 garlic clove, minced, but I think we know me by now, so I've got a little bit more than just a single clove. Either way it works. A rib of celery, chopped, and a small carrot, chopped. Oh, as a note, don't throw away any carrot peels or the ends of celery or the onion, things like that. You want to keep a hold of those, put them in a freezer bag, and put them in the freezer for later. You can use them for homemade vegetable stock, and we'll be using that as another video. Other ingredients here is about a glug of oil, around a tablespoon, maybe a little more, depends how much you like oil. 1 cup of lentils, which we've already gone through and rinsed. 3 cups of vegetable stock. Half a can of crushed tomato. And we've got some spices here. 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 of a teaspoon of coriander, 3/4 of a teaspoon of paprika, a bay leaf, and salt and pepper to taste. First thing we're going to do is get our oil started in the pot. You just want it warmed up a little bit. So let's leave it about medium heat. Give it about 30 seconds or so to warm up. And it'll be good to start. Make sure I've got some good coverage. And the first thing we're going to put in is going to be our onion and our garlic. Garlic a little later, because garlic's more fragile than onion. It'll burn if we put it in too long. Right, let's give this a mix. And we're going to let this cook a little bit before we put the celery and carrot in. About a minute to 2 minutes. Start getting a little of that fragrant action. But make sure you're stirring this. You don't want your garlic to burn. That's not good. Our onion is ready in about 2 minutes. And we're gonna put in the celery and the celery and the carrots. Garlic's already in there. I think I might have a fixation. And let's give that a good stir. And a stir. What a stir. And we're gonna cook this a little lower heat for about 10 minutes. Until it gets nice and fragrant. This is going to be the flavor base of the soup. Veggies are coming along nicely. Just remember to keep a good eye on them. Keep it stirring. Not quite there yet. I think a couple more minutes. These veggies will be nice and soft and we'll be ready to continue. It's been 10 minutes. Our veggies are nice and soft and extra fragrant. So let's add the rest of the ingredients. Order's not super important at this point, but I'm going to add the crushed tomatoes first. Then our lentils. Our spice mix on top of that. Let's put the stock in. Just add a couple shakes of pepper. Maybe a few. And same with our salt. Give it a nice good stir to get those ingredients all mixed up. And turn up the heat. We want to get this up to a boil. Soup is coming to a boil, so let's turn down the heat a little bit because we want this to simmer for 40 minutes or so. Though you might notice there's a bit of this foamy stuff on top. That's scum. It doesn't hurt to keep it in, but you might just want to see if you can grab it off the top and toss it away. Alright, our soup is done. Let's make sure to remove that bay leaf. But this is good to go as is, but I'm going to do something to give it a little bit more body, a little extra oomph. I'm going to take about a cup of our soup, and I'm going to blend it, and then return it to the pot. This should help thicken the soup. And give it a more smooth texture. Add this in. There we go. And this soup is ready to serve. And there you have it, lentil soup. You can give it a little bit of a garnish here with parsley, like I have, or if you're looking for a bit more interesting citrusy flavor, you could add some lemon juice to taste. But it's perfectly fine on its own. Anyhow, thanks for joining me. Hope you have as much fun as cooking this as I did, and we'll see you next time.